What's going on, guys? Niko here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 3 ways to use power chords to make your music a bit more mysterious and more suspenseful. So let me play a chord progression using only power chords to show you what they are. So these power chords are a bit different from major and minor ones, and we're going to get into that in this video. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to understand not only how to create the power chords, but also how to implement them to just change up the songwriting flow. So make sure you watch all the way until the end of the video so you don't miss out on anything. And with that being said, let's get to work. Quick announcement before we get started. I am giving away a free piano lesson. So if you want to work with me one-on-one for free, comment down below piano mastery. Every Friday, I select a winner from the comments section. Additionally, for all the music producers out there, check out the free MIDI packs in the description down below. I've taken chord progressions from a lot of large artists, transcribed them, put them in MIDI that were made on this piano so they sound real and they sound good. Check those out. And without further ado, let's get on the piano and break down what power chords actually are and how to use them. All right, so let's first break down what a power chord and a power chord octave is. So I'm going to start off with just a root note. We're going to go with a C here. And I'm going to first play a power chord. So the way we construct this is using the 6 strategy. So you count 6 notes to the right. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we have our power octave chord, or excuse me, a power chord. And the power chord is mysterious because there's no third. Now, for example, if I said play a C major chord, you can use the 3-2 strategy and count 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. But what the power chord does is it basically cuts off your middle finger, and you're left with just the mystery of you don't know if it's major, you don't know if it's minor. And that's what's really great about the power chord. And then the lower you go down in the piano, it sounds even better. And when you get too low, you probably just want to play octaves. But this sounds really great. It sounds like a Game of Thrones type sound that you're just kind of waiting for something to happen, right? This is what they use when they're making, soundtracks for movies and everything else. They use the power chords. And my favorite of the two, I prefer the power octave chord. And the power octave chord adds an octave of the root notes. So what we do here is we go like this. Play C, G, and C. Now, if you guys, again, are struggling to construct chords, I have that free piano cheat codes PDF in the description. So it has all my chords, major, minor, sus, cluster, all of those. So check that out if you need it. Now, what we're going to do here is we are going to take our power octave chord and we're going to play 4 chords with it. We're going to create a chord progression that builds the most tension in songs. And I have another video that goes over this chord progression, and it goes like this. So we play a D minor chord, but we've cut off the middle finger, so we don't know if it's major or minor, so it's a D power octave chord. Then we're going to jump to an F power octave chord. Then we're going to jump to an A minor power octave chord. And then we're going to jump to a G power octave chord. And these are great. This is a great build chord to use right before a drop or in a different part of your song that's not the chorus or the lyrics. And this chord progression is just great because the listener is left hanging. What's going to happen next, right? Because we don't know if it's going to be major, it's going to be minor. And then you can resolve it. Right, that has a really nice tone now that I added the major tone into it. So that's the first example. And now I'm going to show you, what am I going to show you? So the second chord progression that I'm going to show you is a chord progression that could either end up in major or minor. So what we're going to do is we're going to construct 3 power octave chords. And then that last chord in this progression, we could either make it major or minor. Here's the progression. We have an A power chord. And again, I'm playing all in the key of C, all white notes. And I'm going to put the Roman numerals so that you can transpose these as well to other keys if you want to do that. So an A power octave chord. Then we go to a G power octave chord. We go to an F power octave chord. And now we have a D power octave chord. Now there's different ways we can go about this chord. We could either make it a major chord where I add that positive third, that major third, or a minor chord. So let me just play something for you right now and you'll hear this. very sad, somber tone. It's as if you're at a funeral or something like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to spice it up and make it happy. Same exact thing. So you can see what the power chords are doing is they're building up the tension, the mystery behind everything, and then all of a sudden it resolves on either the major or the minor. And you can choose in this situation. And for those of you that are confused how I even got this chord progression, I would check out the circle of fifths video. I would check out the chord lineup video, how to build chord progressions, I just watched the videos on my channel because all of this, as you go through all the content, it's going to make more and more sense what I'm doing. So if you don't completely get it, that's okay. Keep watching more videos and it eventually will come to you. I promise you that. The final thing I want to go over with this power octave chord, and probably the most important out of all this, is the arpeggiation tactics that you can use. So if I have a C major power chord, or a C power chord, power octave chord, what's going on here is I'm playing the first, I'm playing the fifth, and I'm playing the first again. So the first of every, of the scale, the C major scale. Now you can arpeggiate this, and I call it arp heaven, and play almost any chord progression that works in this key. So for example, I'm just going to play a couple chord progressions for you, and you'll notice how good this sounds. Really emotional. This arp is very emotional, and I feel like I'm playing for a commercial where someone's getting proposed to or something like that, because this arp has just a perfection around it. Now, why is it a perfect arp? Why is it called arp heaven? Well, it's comprised of a perfect fifth, and this is an interval, and a perfect fourth. So when you put the two together, you create this arp that just sounds perfect, because the two, I was gonna say, basically the egg and the sperm that made it is perfect. So there's born a beautiful arpeggiation. And now you could basically, the one chord progression that I'm going to show you, actually I'll play a bass line to this that sounds really cool, and it sounds like this. That's from a song that I wrote called Relentless. Now, the song, the reason why it sounds so good is because I'm actually using a really unique chord progression that I go over in the Circle of Fifths video, as well as some other parts of my channel. But what I'm doing is I'm playing this arp, and I'm just jumping around to different notes in different keys, so I'm borrowing a lot. But it sounds so good, right? This arpeggiation just really hits the nail on the head. And then if you want, and you want to make it, break away from the pure mystery behind it of not knowing whether it's major or minor, you can add in different notes like, or you can go, right? Those are major interpretations of this arpeggiation, right? Because I'm playing the major. Now, if I wanted to go minor, so there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this arp. So in this video, what we've done is we've broken down what a power chord is, what a power octave chord is. I showed you the tension chord progression and how the power octave chords can be used. We went over another chord progression where the last chord was either major or minor. And then I just showed you real quickly what, you can do with just a little bit of arpeggiation of the power octave chord. So hopefully you can see that these chords build emotion in songs. They provide mystery, and they really can tickle the listener's ear. And that's exactly what you want to be doing if you want to get your music heard. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Hit the notifications bell so that you get updates with all the videos I'll be coming out with. And also let me know in the comments what else you guys want to learn. What else can I be helping you with? What else would provide value for you guys out there as producers, songwriters, and artists overall? So that being said, thanks so much for watching. Again, if you want to work with me for free one-on-one, comment down below Piano Mastery. Every Friday, I am selecting one winner to work with me, and we can go over this. We can go over more. I can help you with your songwriting, whatever else you're trying to work on. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.